Did you know that India is the diabetes capital of the world? Around 72 million people in India live with diabetes. 49% of the world's diabetes burden is carried by our country. Every 30 seconds, a lower limb or part of a lower limb is lost to amputation as a consequence of diabetes. What is shocking is that around more than 80 million people in India are diagnosed as pre-diabetic. Are you one of them? Until a few years ago, fasting sugar levels of 120 and post-lunch sugar levels of 140 were considered normal. Recently, these levels were brought down to 110 and 120. This led to a skyrocketing rise in the number of diabetics and pre-diabetics globally, with anti-diabetic drugs seeing a whopping 250% growth in just 1 year. Only 5 to 10% of patients labeled as pre-diabetic actually turn diabetic and need medication. So are you one of those who's unnecessarily adding to the coffers of drug companies and doing yourself harm as well? Metformin, a diabetes drug prescribed to over 120 million people worldwide, can cause many side effects, including a serious condition called lactic acidosis. If left untreated, lactic acidosis may result in coma, kidney failure, respiratory failure, and in some cases, even death. So what can you do instead? Homeopathy helps in control of sugar in patients of type 2 diabetes. A study conducted in Athens showed that adding homeopathy to conventional treatment led to a 97% control of blood sugar. Given that diabetes is essentially a lifestyle disease, homeopathy is especially a good choice because it takes into account the psychological and emotional factors that contribute to the disease, including stress and anxiety. Apart from physical symptoms, homeopathic remedies address the psychosomatic roots of the problem. For example, if your diabetes is precipitated by stress, natriumate may be recommended. Phosphoric acid is prescribed when diabetes is associated with extreme weakness. Cesium jambolinum, a medicine prepared from jamun seeds, is useful for diabetics with extreme thirst. Over 40 years, I have seen many patients of diabetes presenting themselves with symptoms of sudden weight loss or sexual dysfunction. Diabetes is one disease you just cannot ignore. But here are some important ways that can help it go away. Step 1. Turn vegan. The risk of your blood sugar levels spiking is less if you follow a plant-based diet that includes non-starchy vegetables. Step 2. Exercise. Exercise boosts your insulin sensitivity. About 30 minutes of exercise or swimming at least 5 days a week is what you should aim at. Step 3. Never walk barefoot. Many diabetics are unaware when they sustain foot injuries and are therefore less likely to treat or protect a cut. This leads to many complications, including septicemia, gangrene, and death. Step 4. Get enough sleep. Studies have shown that the lowest risk of type 2 diabetes in people who slept 7 to 8 hours per day. Step 5. Never skip a meal. If you are on diabetes medication, skipping meals is something you should strictly avoid. It can be dangerous and lead to extreme low sugar that might even lead to coma. Finally, look on the bright side. Eating sensibly is going to give you a great figure. Diabetic Halle Berry was one of the sexiest Bond girls ever. So here's to looking and feeling good forever. Till we meet again, stay healthy, stay happy.